What's up, guys? We're back. So it's May 18th and my Esther is starting to set fruit. You can see that. So kind of just checking the fruit set, and I remember that there used to be a fruit like right here, and I was like, what? It's gone. Like, oh, maybe a squirrel took it. So I started searching around and I found it. It was on the ground. And here it is. So I checked it and it looks like it's ready to go. It's ripe. So what I'm going to do today is cut this guy open and do a taste test, and then see how it goes, because I am excited about this variety, and there's other people who are excited also and have been asking to see what this thing will taste like. And so I'm going to do it today. And one thing that's kind of cool about this fruit is that the skin's like on the thicker side, and the fruit has kind of like it's a kind of like a pebbly, rough skin fruit. It's mostly green, and it stays green when it's ripe. But you can see, like, it's not like the gem where it has these gold specks. On this one, it just has like these specks on there, but it's a good looking fruit. Nice shape, nice size. I was shaking it. I felt like the seed cavity, the seed might have been moving around in there. So we'll see how it is when we actually cut this guy open. But so this is the Esther, right? And I guess once it sets fruit, it drops its leaves. See all the leaves on there? And the new leaves are starting to come in. So this fruit set is for 2024. We're gonna start harvesting and enjoying these if they're ready to go. The current 2022 to 2023 crop right here. So let's go weigh this guy and then cut it open and taste test it. All right, here's my scale. Coming in at 15 ounces, which is almost a pound. Okay, I'm ready to cut this guy open. The Esther, I stuck a toothpick right here so you can see that little hole, and it went through nice and smoothly, so to me that's ready to go. And then the fact that it dropped made me think also that this is it's time to go and time to kind of start eating it. One thing to note, this fruit was lodged between my steak and the trunk, so maybe just the movement kind of popped it off, or it was just ready to go and ready to be harvested. But the other thing too is, you know, I noticed that the fruit on the Esther holds really well. Some other varieties, you shake the tree and the fruit just kind of falls off. The Esther holds the fruit really well. The stem that's on here is actually a lot thicker, and that's part of the reasons why I think it just kind of holds it. And I mean, this is a heavy fruit, 15 ounces, and this is not the biggest one that I have on the tree. I mean, I have ones that are bigger than this, so I'm curious to see how those will turn out and how I mean, what the weight will be for those. So let's do it. Let's just cut this guy open. Let's see. And okay, this time totally different compared to my last time that I cut this guy open, or cut the Esther open. Last time it was like rubbery going all the way through. This time really nice. Look at that. Everything looks good. So let's okay, I got to do my scientific peel test. So let's cut this, and then I always start from, well, I just start wherever. Oh, that peels nice. Oh, I love it. That to me, and especially how it just kind of comes off nice and clean like that, is that peels really nice. So let's do a quick taste test here. Okay. You know what? This is good. It's a little more watery. It's not as dense as like a Hass, but it has really good flavor. It's pretty creamy. Um, Gosh, but it has good flavor. Now, the one thing that I do taste is right on the skin, the edge of the skin, where you cut it, you'll get like a bit of the skin that's kind of hard, so it's kind of a little grainy. But I can overlook that. That's not a big deal. But the flavor is actually really good. Um, let's have another bite. It's I'm trying to describe it. It's like good avocado flavor, but less dense. Like my Edinger, when I had the Edinger, it was like a dry, dense type of feel in your mouth. This is more of a smooth, kind of like light but good avocado flavor. I'm gonna save this half. I'm gonna share it with the kiddos and the family. I'm kind of curious to see what they would say. But let's see. So the one thing that I was telling you about was I heard I was shaking this fruit, and this you can hear the seed inside kind of shaking a little bit, right? So now I'm feeling it, and it's actually like the skin is separated from the seed. So I'm going to try to pull this off. The seed kind of comes off nicely, which is kind of a good thing. But this skin for the seed, yeah, so that's what I was hearing. And this part was sticking to the fruit while this was moving around. So, it's a good size seed. You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna throw this in a pot and see how it goes. I haven't been good at keeping track of all of my seeds and what varieties they have been coming from. But in this particular case, might as well. I'll just put an E for Esther on the little pot, just see how this one goes. But with that said, this is a good tasting fruit. You know what? I'm gonna try to propagate some, because I got a lot of seedlings that are just going, and I'm trying to figure out what varieties I should start grafting onto my seedlings, just to kind of have, and then also just to give away. I have some friends who want some, and I'm like, I'll graft you one and I'll give it to you, man. So the goal is to try to decide which varieties I should start, collecting and grafting. As of right now, I'm gonna do a couple esters for a couple friends, and I think it's a good one. The fruit tastes good. The tree is a little smaller, which is good also for a lot of folks who have smaller backyards. It's very productive, so it's supposed to be twice as productive as like a normal Hass. And also the tree size is supposed to be smaller, so that's kind of a win right there. And I also noticed that when it sets fruit, it holds the fruit really well. Fruit size wise is big, so I know a lot of people are looking for those really big monstrous kind of avocados, like just the big ones, right? So me, I kind of like a medium size. I don't need a really big one. This is like, I have a family of, we have a family of 5, so this is probably good for us right here. Actually, this is more than good for us. This is plenty. But like when we have dinner and, if we're doing burritos or whatever, one avocado is probably enough to kind of spread around between the 5 of us. Of course, I end up eating more of it, but it's all good. So, well, if you guys are interested in getting an ester, they're kind of hard to find, but if you find one, I definitely would recommend it, because it is a good tree, and it's also got a good tasting fruit. The one downside is it does take a while for the fruit to kind of mature. So it's kind of like almost like a reed, where you got to wait at least 16 to 18 months. So essentially these set fruit like in February of 2021, and right now we're in May of 2023. So essentially, what is that? Like 15 months right here. So So 15, 16 months to kind of start harvesting them and enjoying them. I know some folks like the, hey, same year you get fruit set and then end of the year you can start picking them. But in general, most avocados will hang on the tree for one whole year. So 1 year dwell time on the tree is what they typically need to gain all of the oils and to start tasting really good. So hope you guys are doing good, and